Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Miss.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, since we got late to start, we'll start as soon as possible. I hope everyone is here. Okay, do you all have any questions with the last module? I think we completed the paraphilias before starting sexual disorders. Yes, any doubts or any questions?
Miss, what are the treatments for this?
Sorry, Shana, it's not clear.
What are the treatments for uh, paraphilia?
Sorry? It was not clear for me, Shana. If you can just put a text for the chat box. Uh, I think I discussed it, the treatments. Not the, okay. So yeah, the treatments for the paraphilias in a sense, like it depends. Like however, like they are having a thought name. That's what they are getting all sort of emotions and feelings and satisfaction about that. Now even narcissism got with them, so they are having some thoughts towards the people. So I mean, through the some kind of a past experiences, they have exposed for the pain, kind of that. So with those things, we'll do the CBT. CBT apply karana since there is a irrational thoughts, right? CBT, and also for the irrational emotions, since they have some kind of irrational emotions towards other people as well as for them. So then we can do the REBT also. With that, so basically like they are giving medical treatments ගොඩක් වෙලාට sexual disorders ආගේ තියෙන hormonal change එකත් එක්ක they do because they are having aggressive feelings also if they are in a severe status if they have aggressive feelings so the medication also given. And the counseling, sexual counseling කියන එක තමයි the main therapeutic intervention is because from there they'll do the NLP programs, neuro linguistic programs like circle excellency, and also sometimes related with irrational emotions, free emotional freedom technique, kind of that. Those things are applied, and I would say for the sexual disorders, there are specialized training people are there. හැමෝටම sexual disorder කියන එක නිකං psychology පොඩ්ඩක් touch කරලවත් නැත්නම් counseling psychology specialize කරපුවා වුණා they don't do that because there are they train for දැන් අර substance abusers ලට drug and alcohol addictors ලට තියෙන sexual specialized sexual sorry counseling වගේ for the sexual problems also there are sexual counselors are there. So those are the treatments for those kind of things. Is it clear, Ishana? Did I make sense for your question?
Yes, miss.
Right. Any other questions? Okay, so if not, we'll go for the module. Our next one is sexual disorders, right? So these sexual disorders generally classified into four categories. I mean the desire disorders, arousal disorders, orgasm, and the pain disorders. So according to the DSM-5, sexual disorders are categorized like this. So desires means that we are lacking with the sexual interest, right? Our feelings, our feelings for the sexual engagement or the pleasure that we gain is being lacking. We don't get that much, and we don't want to engage in sexual activities. And the other one is arousal disorders. Arousal in a sense like they are being excited during sexual activities and also physically aroused. I mean, they are being, um, that means like, now they are having the feelings. They don't, not that they don't have the feeling, they have that, but it's been like, they're getting really excited. Sometimes it's being um, like, I mean, when you consider with the time period of it, sometimes they need long time getting the sexual arousals, and sometimes for the short time. So kind of that once it comes to the subcategories, you will understand it properly. And the orgasm disorder is getting absence or delay කියන එක. So that means like the climax of the sexual engagement is being, it's also depend on the time period, and sometimes they are being very neutral. Orgasm එකක් climax එකක් එන්නෙම නැහැ, but sometimes it takes a long time, kind of that. And the pain disorder, pain means during the intercourse, during the sexual engagements, they are getting severe pain. So those are the subcategories of sexual disorders. And the symptoms are like, mainly with the sexual dysfunctions, main symptoms of men is inability to achieve or maintain the erection suitable for the intercourse. So this means like, they want to engage in sex, not like the desire. They don't have the feeling or something. They want it, but the thing is like, they are having, they find difficult to maintain the erection for a certain time period. So their climax is happening within a very short period, right? And also they find difficult, and also it goes within very few seconds, it goes away. So they find difficult to maintain that erection for a certain time period. So that is the problem with that. And also absence or delay ejaculation. Some men, they have like, ejaculation එකක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. I mean the climax is not happened. So sometimes it happens. සමහර අයගේ ඇවිල්ලා කියන ප්‍රශ්නයක් තමයි like, it happens after, now both it's done and okay, once it finish it happens. So එහෙම වුණාම like both parties are not satisfied, either men or the women, right? So and the other one is inability to control the timing of ejaculation. So they find difficult to control it. It's under control, or I mean, sexual activity එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ it has to be under control ourselves, but this is out of control. Sometimes before starting that, even then සමහර පිරිමියාට තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නයක් තමයි, even just seeing the image of the women, their ejaculation is happen. So they can't wait and control themselves till they go for intercourse. ඒ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න. So women, they are having inability to achieve orgasm. Orgasm කියලා කියන්නේ climax එක. සමහරවිට එක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. And the other one is vaginal lubrication before or during the intercourse. Vaginal lubrication is the muscles are getting tightened. So our in the genetic organs, the muscles have to be very flexible when we are engaging sexual intercourse. So some women,
Hello,
they have
ma'am.
the problem, their muscles are getting very
Hello,
tight.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Did you send the slides of this module? We didn't have.
Ah,
Me and Azima, Nida sister, we didn't have the PDF.
okay. You are in batch 12, right?
Yeah, miss.
Yeah. So you are also joining today. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know all day. So, but from the college, it's informed that you all are going to have another session from today, 6:30 to 9:30.
No, ma'am.
Ah, okay. Are you all sure? Just check with the college people. Check with Nirosha, who is doing the online thing. Because yesterday she discussed that with me. I don't know. Uh, so I didn't notice that you all are here. Okay, fine. How to send this one?
Miss, I sent it to
Okay, ma'am.
Azima.
Now only I got it from Ishana Dati. Okay, I'll send it then.
Anna, yes, thanks, Ishana. Just share it with the other two. Right. Okay. So the other problem with the female side is the lubrication problem, right? So the muscles of this getting tightened, and also inability to relax the vaginal muscles enough to allow intercourse. So then, yeah. So um, sorry, the second one, yeah, the vaginal lubrication means like the muscles sensation of it, like not the tighten, muscle sensation is being they are getting that muscle sensation like before having the intercourse or the before the climax. Sometimes like after finishing that also they are getting this sensation part, and the relax of the vaginal muscles, in a sense the muscles are getting tightened, right? So then once the muscles are getting tightened, right, they also find difficult to engage and enjoy the pleasure. And also male side also having the problem within the intercourse, enter in the penis kind of that, so they are also having the problem with that. And these women, the one of the other I mean the symptom, not symptom kind of that, what they do is they just tighten their thighs. So just not spreading the legs and all, they just tighten their thighs. So then like it's obviously can't do the intercourse and enjoying the sexual pleasure. So those are the problem with women, right? So when it comes with men and women, they both have this problem. Common problem is lacking with interest. That desire problem, it's there for the both sides, right? So this achieving orgasm කියන එක specialized with the women, and also the vaginal lubrication also of course for the women, and the vaginal muscles also unique weather, and it's also specialized for women. And when it comes with men, above mentioned things like erection, ejaculation problems, so all sort of things are for men, not only for women. But the last part is both men and women have these common problems, lacking of interest. So they don't feel to have sexual pleasure or engage in sex kind of that. So they don't have much interesting, even some they have, like they don't have very much interesting towards living figures, as we discussed when it comes with paraphilia. They are having some, they do just do watch videos kind of that. But even in the paraphilia, like paraphilic people, they don't fall into this category because they are having interest. They want to do some sexual, I mean, they have the sexual interest, but when it comes with this desire people, they don't have that. Right? Inability to become aroused. මේක දෙගොල්ලන්ටම තියෙන පොදු ප්‍රශ්නයක්. Arousing එක and pain. Both sides they have this one while the intercoursing is happening. Sometimes either male or female, both they might get the pain. So it goes under pain disorder. Right? So we'll see the causes or the reasons for sexual dysfunctions. Right? Physical cause, there are physical causes and psychological causes. Physical causes, in a sense, for this interesting, especially, they need to now, when it comes for the clinical settings, when there are people who comes with desires and arousal problems, so they are given medication, even for the pain disorders that are natural painkiller wage. So they are giving some tablets for this pain, kind of that, and there are specialized gels to be applied like that. So there are some linked in between the hormonal and the neurotransmitters also. So estrogen hormone, if the females are lacking with estrogen and progesterone and also testosterone, so then they will be given chemicals, external chemicals to enhance those things. So and also if it is their conditions, people are coming with conditions with diabetic and heart and vascular diseases and neurological disorders, hormonal imbalances, the chronic diseases like kidney, liver failures, cancers, and also like alcoholism, those who are addicted to alcohol and drugs, right? And drugs and smoke also, it could affect for the sexual function. Right? So the sexual කියලා කියන්නේ amygdala එකෙන් control කරන event එකක්. Right? It also creates a pleasure. Sex එකේ අන්තිම එක goal එක pleasure නේ. So pleasure කියන එක always controlled by amygdala. So when then අපේ body එකට it doesn't look for from which gauge we are getting the pleasure. It doesn't look for that. amygdala එකට අදාළ නැහැ මේක කොහෙන්ද මේ pleasure එක ගන්න කියන එක. Whatever, if the organ is getting pleasure and if the person is enjoyed, it's fine. We want to decide it from what are the sources that we have to use to get into pleasure. There are so many sources are there. Sex is one source, and alcohol, smoke, and even paraphilic things and drugs. There are so many things. So we want to decide which is healthy and unhealthy කියන එක. ඒක amygdala එකේ තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෙමෙයි. So when the person is addicted or when the person was kind of for a long time, if the person is addicted with alcohol and it gains some pleasure for that. Now for say an example, from by engaging with alcohol, the person getting 75% of pleasure and the amygdala is being stimulated for 75%. But while engaging in sex, the amygdala is stimulated by 50%. Like there is a huge gap in between the alcoholism source and the sex source. So basically, our body likes to have that. අතනින් ලොකු දෙයක් වෙන්නේ නැහැනේ. So then our interesting goes for that. So and also like our we don't feel that even while we are engaging with sex kind of activity, we don't feel that pleasure because we are having more pleasure, we engage more pleasure with alcohol. So that is that ඒක නිසා තමයි අර interest එක අඩි වෙන්නේ. මොකද දැන් අපිට ඒකෙන් කිසිම pleasure එකක් හම්බෙන්නේ නැතුව we don't like to get engaged in that. So we can see the difference in that and we feel it is not I mean like we can see the difference and also like we feel it, there is nothing much there. So I really can enjoy while I having alcohol, but when I engage in sexual activities, I didn't have much pleasure, or it's nothing much, it's nothing for me කියන එක වගේ. So that is the that's how it becomes like most of the times when it comes with alcoholic people, and even the husbands or wife of these alcoholic people, they complain like they don't engage in sexual activities and they don't have a proper family life, kind of that, and they really don't have interest to towards this matter කියන එක. Of course, yes, they are lacking with interest because of that. So it's the same way happening with drugs and smoke also. But when it comes with chronic diseases, kidney, liver failures, and cancers, kind of that, and obviously for the hormonal imbalances, if the hormones are reducing or secreted low levels, so definitely we don't have interest or desire to engage in the sexual activities either. And also when it comes with chronic diseases, we easily get tired and our immune system is low and our body is very weak. So to engage in sexual activities, we need to enhance some certain calories. So we don't have that energy to engage in that. Sometimes they feel tired, and body doesn't have energy to make pleasure, kind of that. ඒවත් එක්ක, so then they are getting some kind of these lacking with interesting, and also the psychological disorders, especially depression and anxiety, panic disorders, mood disorders. So these people also having, they are also having problems with sexual desires and interesting, because like their hormones are in being imbalance. එතකොට සෙරටනින් ඩෝපමීන් වගේ කියන හෝමෝන් අඩුයි හරියට. එතකොට අර ප්ලෙෂර් කියන හෝමෝන් එක, හැපි හෝමෝන් එකක් නේ ඩෝපමීන් කියන්නේ. එතකොට ඒක සෙක්‍රීට් වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා කියන්නේ we don't get any pleasure. Our mood is very blank. So even the other party who comes and engage with us doesn't get any kind of enthusiasm or encourage while looking the person. එහෙම තියෙන්න ඕනේනේ. So they want to get some interesting towards us නේ. නැත්තම් like we don't feel to go and sex with somebody, anyone. එහෙම එකක් නැහැ. Some they have then sexual disorders කියලා ගත්තාම nymphomania කියන එක තියෙනවා. එතකොට ඒගොල්ලන්ට they don't, I mean they are having excessive need of sex, nymphomania people. ඒගොල්ලන් like they don't, like when we ask from people in the society what is the basic need to have sex, so like we are getting different answers. Some they say like I need to have love, and sometimes they say at least I need to have a strong bond, I need to know the person. Okay, there are people are giving different answers. But when it comes with nymphomania, those people like they don't want, they just want uh, they just want a person just to have their need, kind of that. That's a question. Yeah, endomytosis, like endomytosis, I think this is related with the categories. That's the one question, like those who have finding harder muscles. So endomytosis people, like they are having hard muscles in their vaginal, they have the hard muscles. So usually in the vaginal areas and genital areas, in the organs, either men or women, the muscles are very smooth and soft. They don't, I mean, they are not hard muscles. But these people, especially this is related with women, right? So these people, they have like harder muscles from the birth, endomytosis people. So they are getting some, there are, I think there are surgeries also. And for these, there are some gels and creams are recommended by the medical practitioners. And also there are surgeries also, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure with the treatments with these, but it is not falling under the sexual disorder. It is a physical thing. because it comes from their, I mean, naturally it comes ne, but they are having with pain disorder. Pain එකට යන්න පුළුවන් මේ category එක. So this is endomyosis is a condition, but it is goes with the pain because like they are getting pain while the intercourse is happening, they are getting pain. Is it clear, Ishana? Okay. So those are the physical causes, physical reasons. Even diabetic people, they are lacking with energy, and also like I mean the pleasure, the what they gain from these kind of activities are being limited. They are lacking with the pleasure also. Diabetic people, since they are then diabetic like they're having a problem with glycogen metabolism. එතකොට දැන් ඒගොල්ලන්ට energy එක ඕනේ කියලා කියනවා for the sexual engagement they needs to have the energy. එතකොට දැන් energy එක ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉක්මනට they are, if they like they lose the energy very fast, and also if they are lacking with, then if there is then insulin තිබුණා වුණත් then they need to have insulin, and also it's been so when the insulin is, the metabolism is not happening properly, then what happens, they are lacking with the energy. So once they're lacking with the energy, they can't enjoy the sexual satisfaction properly. So then they need to get some the booster from outside. And the other place is like when they are having with that the insulin also related, the insulin problem make glucose and glycogen metabolism is related with nerves also, because nerves are the nerves එක අපි කියන ඒකලං link එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා දැන් හොයාගෙන තියෙනවා numb වෙනවා nerves, because when the things are not happening properly and when the sugar levels are increased in the blood, so then the organs becomes numb because of this high insulin levels within the sugar. So ඒකත් එක ගියාම like the sensation is being reduced. ඒක තමයි වෙන්නේ. The nerves numb වුණාම, so the sensation අපිට ඔක දැනෙන්නනේ ඕනේ, දැනෙන එකනේ තියෙන්නේ, we feel it නේ. That feeling is being reduced. එතකොට feel වෙන එක අපිට sense එක, sensation එක දැනෙන්නේ නැතුව ගියාම, once we don't feel that sensation, so then we are just being neutral and the vegetable. So the other party is also not getting any motivation or encouragement or satisfaction once the other party is just being neutral. So that's what happening with the diabetic people. Yeah. So the psychological reasons are, as I mentioned earlier also, like anxiety, stress, and also like depression, mood disorders, panic disorders make up, because sometimes like the panic disorder people, they are getting panic attacks during this sexual engagement also, if they have some kind of a traumatic incidents related with sex, or just as abusers, or sometimes if they exposed to macrocysms kind of that, and if they had some pain disorders, and even after it's cured, that memory is there, then a thought එක තිබුණොත් I might get this කියන thought එක, so that the physically it's fine, now everything is done, but that experience, traumatic experience, would lead for them to have panic attacks sometimes. And then like they're, even though they need to engage in sexual activities, but they are having that irrational thoughts within themselves, I might get this, I might get severe pain, I might not getting the satisfaction, or I might not be able to gain satisfaction for the other people. So my husband or my partner would be unhappy. Like that, ඔය වගේ අර irrational thoughts like it could make some kind of anxiety and excitement towards the person. So once the person is not relaxed, And also once the person is not ready for that, not very calm and quiet for that moment, so then he or she won't be able to enjoy this sexual engagement or give the satisfaction for the other person as well. So it says like sexual engagement එකකට තියෙන main basic thing is the brain. බ්‍රේන් එක තමයි මොළය තමයි අපිට එතනදී වඩාත්ම වැදගත් වෙන දේ. The most important vital part is brain. බ්‍රේන් එකෙන් තමයි බ්‍රේන් එකෙන් අපි රිලැක්ස් වෙන්නේ. බ්‍රේන් එකේ තියෙන organs වල ඉන්නේ. We feel relaxed, we feel happy and all sort of things. So why when the mental process is not happened very well, so then we can't engage, or we can engage but we can gain satisfaction or be happy, right? So those are the reasons. Any questions so far? Have you all got any doubts? Yes. Is it clear for all?
Yes, sir.
What about the others?
Yes, miss.
Right, okay. Right, so then we'll go for the subcategories, the sub-elements of this. Desire disorders. So under desire disorders, hyperactive sexual desire disorder, right? This is one. This is very, the problem, very common sexual health problem among the female, right? So that means absence of sexual fantasies. The make a hari common දෙයක්. Men and women both then ගොල්ලන්ටම තියෙන දෙයක්. So absence of sexual fantasies. මෙතනදී like it means like not that they don't love the partner. හිතන්නේ the marriage person කෙනෙක් කියලා. So he's a married person. So she has a husband also. She loves the husband and she takes care of him and always look for him and always does all the sort of things for the husband, cooking and everything. But she doesn't have any interesting towards the person to have sex. Not that she doesn't have the interest or any kind of, she does hate the man. It's not like that. She doesn't have some kind of interest towards that. Now, even when the husband or the partner asked her and about it, she said, okay, fine, but she doesn't have kind of a interesting towards that to have it, right? So they are having lack of motivation for sexual activities and also sometimes postponing it and just try to reject and try to ignore it as very pleasant manner. එහෙමත් කියනවා. So they find excuses. So I'm having this and I'm having this pain and kind of that. එහෙම කියලා like they try to postpone the events. And also like even now when these people come to the clinic, if they ask how long, how was your frequency of having sex වගේ කියලා අහපුවම like they say like I haven't had sex like after 3-4 months එහෙම කියලාත් කියනවා. They can like that if when we ask like that, do you really like your husband or partner? Yes, of course I love him, I like him. So not that they don't love or something. So then they say like sometimes they say in the morning I feel really guilty. Why did I do like that? Why did I turn to the other side and sleep? Kind of that. So they are having that guilty feeling also. Why do I do like that? ඇයි මං එහෙම කරන්න කියන එක. And also they are having some problem. Okay, so why don't I feel the same? But unless somebody comes and tell them, they don't feel it that they are having a problem or they are having other person have some feelings and I don't have the same like unless somebody comes and address it, they don't feel up to that point. They are fine with that. They are being okay, and the thing is like they don't feel any interesting towards that, but they are feel okay. But when somebody comes and advertise, especially the partner, so then they feel it. Okay, so there is some difference. I don't feel it, but my partner feel it. So what is that? Right? Yeah. Yes. So other thing is avoidance of the situations. And සමහරලාට එහෙමත් වෙනවා. Then once they are married now, of course they can't avoid the situations. But sometimes that also do, as I mentioned, they are postponing kind of that, giving excuses. So even like once in the clinic settings, I found this, they are not a married couple, but they are in a relationship. But that girl, she felt that there is a problem in a sense. She felt it like once she discussed with her friends, kind of that there is some difference within her Kiela. So she came, not the partner, but she said like she really loves her partner, and like always look for him and take care of him, just checking on him whether he is doing good or safe, kind of that. But when the partner said, okay, we'll meet up and go somewhere, she refusing go somewhere, in a sense like just for outing or just for a movie or something, kind of that. She refuses for most of the times, and then she tend to think within herself, why do I do this? Why I'm rejecting all the other lovers? They like to hang on and they like to go on, kind of that. But why I telling all sort of excuses? I'm having exams and classes, kind of that. So she's having that. I mean, she doesn't have like, even she said like, even when they go out, like they are not getting much closer because she doesn't have any interest into getting much closer, kind of that. So that is the one side of one symptoms, the external factors of the sexual desire disorders. Right? Yeah. And also like they're having this could be combined with clinical things also, like the personal distresses, and with the person having some kind of a frustration and grief, incompetence and loss, sadness, sorrow and worry කියන feelings උත් තියෙන්න පුළුවන් මේගොල්ලෝ ළඟ. So some kind of like within their past experiences, දැන් ගොඩක් වෙලාට මේ sexual desire එක hormonal ප්‍රශ්නයක් නිසාත් එනවා. And the other thing is psychological issue. If they had gone through a bad marriage, sexual abuses, and also very negative output of marriage, previous marriage experiences, or sexual harassments, and also some kind of relationship issues, and something that they overheard kind of related with sex, some other kind of mythical beliefs or something, false stories, or ඒ වගේ වුණාමත් like they are lacking, they tend to lack with sexual desire and feeling some kind of a worry about this sexual thing, and some sad and negative feelings towards that, and some kind of irrational beliefs towards sex, ඒවත් එක්කත් මේ sexual desire කියන එක ඇති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Okay, the next one is sexual aversion disorder. So sexual aversion disorder, in a sense, like we do say sad කියලා කියනවා. So they avoid sexual situations or potential sexual partners. They are having the avoidance part, right? But the sexual desire, like even when the partner asks or requested, they just telling okay, being all right with that. but they feel it like no, I'm not, I don't have the interest, and also like I'm not enjoying, I'm not getting any satisfaction. They feel it, and they see the difference, like how my partner is being happy and enjoying and why I'm not. Sometimes they just show that they are being happy and also enjoying, but with the inner conscious they know like no, I'm just being neutral, I don't feel anything. But the sexual aversion disorder people, like they don't have the interest also. Some then interest එක නැති අයත් මේ තත්ත්වයට එනවා, right? ඇවිල්ලා they tend to avoid those things, avoid sexual situations, like just falling asleep early, and also they used to travel in the night, and sometimes they take the night shifts kind of that, according to if there are shift schedules in their working settings, and neglecting their appearance, because if they notice it, okay, my partner really likes for my appearance, and when I apply these creams, or kind of if I having a long hair or kind of that, they try to neglect the things whatever they do for their appearance. And also like if they know that the partner, my partner doesn't like if I have smoke, and my if I take drugs or alcohol kind of that, so then just to avoid the sexual engagement, they just getting addicted to the substance abuses. And also like they are getting busy with their works, and for the other activities, whatever the things that they have, the responsibilities, they pay more attention on the other responsibilities just to avoid that, right? So they are like not letting themselves to, now they don't have, sometimes most of the times they don't have the interesting, but this goes with the pain disorders also, because sometimes they have interesting, they won't, but they are having some fear, they're having that very anxious towards themselves, they want it, අර නිකන් ආසයි බයයි වගේ, they want it but they really don't want to, they're having some excessive excitement towards within themselves towards this sex කියන word එක or the activity. So they are having fear of like, if I'll be getting pain, it will be really painful, and also like sometimes like this is something I read, I can't remember, it is a where and also once like I used to read something, she's doing this aversive thing to her partner. The thing is, she's having an excessive fear of that she's getting pregnant. She doesn't want to get pregnant, but she's having excessive fear. So for that, she'll have some interesting towards a partner, and she wants to have sex also, but that her fear is more powerful than her need. So then the fear is that in some case, if I get pregnant, so that is the thing. So like she does all sort of things, avoidant things. So the basically anyone can see in the clinical settings is the avoidance behavior. But why she avoids all sort of things? Because of that irrational thought. Right? Yeah. Yes, as I mentioned, like they don't have, it's not only a lack of desire, they're having fear, revulsions, and the disgust, and similar emotions kind of that. And also like if they had some kind of a past experiences with smelling, and some abusers, and also something that they overheard, right? So also some mythical beliefs, false beliefs, then getting pregnant. Like there are precautions for that. So even that, like so they are having some kind of irrational thoughts towards it. ඒ නිසා තමයි like okay, so even this could made me to be pregnant or something, even after pregnancy, or those things like what something irrational thoughts, my life would be ended up like this ඒ වගේ කියන එකත් එක්ක. So yeah. Yes, so those are the things with sexual aversion disorders. And the other one is like there's another problem with the sexual aversion disorders and just neglecting the partner, avoidance the partner. So they are having some, if the person have low self-esteem, just exposing related to herself, especially like her body appearance, that also could be a reason for this. Because like when the person have no satisfaction towards her body image. සමහර අය එහෙම තියෙනවානේ, මගේ මෙතන මෙහෙම මම එහෙම නෑ, and my body is not like this, and I don't have these type of ways like what the other person has. මොන හරි එහෙම compare කිරිල්ලක් තියෙනවානේ. compare කරන එක සමහර වෙලාවට like some people they do compare their appearance with some actresses or especially porn actresses, if they tend to watch videos kind of that. So they do compare these things. So while once they compare themselves with somebody else, so then definitely they're getting some kind of a low self-esteem towards themselves, and they don't have enough satisfactory towards their body image, self-image. So then they think like they find some kind of a guilty feeling to expose themselves for the others. So, and if there is some kind of verbally abuses, if they experience verbally abuses in their early stages in the life, so then it could be a kind of flashback for the current situation and could be a traumatic incident for them. And all sort of, if there are those kind of things, all sort of things would be a reason for having this avoidance behavior, right? Is it clear? Any questions? There are some questions. Just give me a second to go through them. One question is hyperactive sexual disorder. Yes, like it is most prevalent for female, right? Not only for female, right? It's most prevalent for female, most common among the female, but male also having this problem. But it's very, very common and very prominent among the female, right? Okay. Hope you got the answer. And for fear or disgust which thought they avoid it, I explain it. Ishana, did you get the answer for that?
Yes, miss.
So both these disorders are due to personal problems. Not only the personal problems, right? If they're lacking with a hormonal, also could be there. So even like it, sometimes they are lacking with the hormonal, they are having hormonal problems from the birth, right? So sometimes with the explanation to as explanations given like with the traumatic incidents or psychologically affected incidents happened in the life or the experiences, after that also there could be like hormonal changes due to the chronic stress, depression, anxiety, and other kind of disorders, right? Is it clear?
So that is not something wrong with the partner.
No, it's not something wrong with the partner. Of course not. Partner doesn't have anything like now. I mean, the current partner. If there are some, if the person is abused, sexually abused by a previous partner or currently or however, the sexually abuse any partner again, unless there is such problems with the partner, so then so unless there is such problems with the partner, there won't be another, the partner doesn't have any kind of responsibility towards it. But if there are problems, if it is a problematic partner who creates all sort of things, yes, there's a problem with the partner because he's the one who created all sort of traumatic incidents, right? එහෙම නැත්තම්, so there is no problem with the partner. Clear?
Okay, miss. Yes, miss.
Am I making sense?
Yes, miss.
Okay, I hope it's clear. Um, right. Okay, so then we'll go to the next one. Right. Arousal disorder, right? So under the arousal disorders, there are female sexual interest or arousal disorder. So this is one part. According to this, so this is also, all these things are taken from the DSM-5. So the female sexual interest or arousal disorder includes with the pain during intercourse, right? And also inability to orgasm and lack of sexual desire. So they have all sort of things. They are lacking with the sexual desire also. And also like the orgasm, also inability to have the orgasm. So orgasm also not happened, and so if when the orgasm is not happened and they are having problem with vaginal muscles, so when there is a problem with vaginal muscles and muscles are getting tightened, and even there's a problem with lubrication, so then they find they really can't enjoy and have pleasure through having sexual engagement, and also they are having pain. The pain එකත් එක්ක ආවහම like so if they experience pain today, so then they to have sex or something in future, they reluctant to have it because they already experience some negative output from this engagement, so then they themselves reluctant to engage in sex, right? These are the main three categories which is mentioned in DSM-5. Basically, like while having sexual dysfunction, so they feel isolating, and also this thing is like facet කියන එක most of the times 40% of women experience this, right? So the main symptoms of it is they are decreasing the sexual desire. So they want to have sex, they like it. But once they engaging in sex, once they started that, they decrease the sexual desire, right? So you may begin it very interestingly at the beginning, but you lose the interesting towards while it's gone, right? And so also like it could lack of arousal, and so then when the other partner is being aroused and having the sexual satisfaction and being in a climax stage, so the partner is not in that climax stage, he's just being neutral, right? So at the point like his interest of the sex is being so zero, it's totally zero. So he doesn't or she doesn't give any support to the partner. So those are the symptoms of the this facade disorder. And also like the think of that imaginations towards sex also very less, even they don't getting the thoughts related to sex. And also like they really think about sex. And yeah, and even like once the partner tend to talk about sexual things and discuss about sort of things, they just neglected it, and they don't want to talk about all sort of things. And they don't even to watch anything related to the now with even with the partner, they don't want to watch anything related to the sex skin things like even when the partner tend to discuss all sort of things, so these are my interesting ways, or I like in this way, I like you to dress in this way, they're reluctant, they just don't want to do all sort of things and just make the partner satisfied. And sometimes they give some kind of um, unnecessary words, unnecessary comments towards it. um, and just to let down the other partner. Let down killer can like not hurt the partner, but just expressive they are lacking of interest in towards sex කියන එක. Then even if the partner is in a mood or something, so then we just ignore the partner and just telling like how to say that so just go away, or the children must be watching and we are just adults, like we are matured people, we are not like young kids, or kind of that what you are doing, like all sort of comments are given, right? Yes. Mm, yeah, those are the things. And even once they're having this arousal problem, people, they may no longer be aroused by kind of reading about sex or by watching movies and just talking about sex even with the partner, and also recalling an erotic fantasies kind of that, they don't get any arousal from there, and they are being just kind of neutral within sort of things. And even just they watch a movie or something, they don't get the sexual arousals even when the partner is next to them. So some people, those who are having this problem, they don't get the sexual arousals. And also they are being lacking with genital sensation during the sex, and genital or non-genital, even the touching and kissing and all sort of things also being very normal for them. Normal in a sense, they don't feel it, they don't feel any kind of sensation or much special on that, right? So those are the symptoms of it. Emotional and mental health issues තමයි මේගොල්ලන්ගේ තියෙන, because they are having emotional and mental health issues towards themselves, and when it considered with the personality, they have very negative output about their personality. They are very lacking with they are having low self-esteem. And even like I talk about that desire problem, so these people not like the desire, then desire ಗೆ interest එකක් නැහැ. But arousal they don't have kind of interest they just avoid the situations. And also like even like they started it, they are being getting reduced little by little, the interest also getting reduced. But this rather than the desire one, arousal එකේදී like the desire ගේ arousal ගේ වෙනස තමයි, desire and arousal they both don't have interest. right? So desire that even once it started, and if they are getting pleasure or something, it's being අර පොඩ්ඩක් ඇදගෙන යන්න පුළුවන් ගතිය තියෙනවා. But arousal, like they are getting just the interesting is being zero, and also like they don't have they don't getting the arousal. Organism is its inability, they are being inability to make the organism, and also they just try their level best to avoid the situations, avoid the partner sometimes. So it's getting worse rather than the desires, and so many psychological problems is being affected here, rather like low self-esteem, and they don't satisfied about their body image, and they are having people, those who have stress, also very severe in this, anxiety, depression, relationship problems, and also negative thoughts towards their partner. And if they are having a paranoid personality disorder, also have this problem, because paranoid people always having suspiciousness towards the other people, right? So they are, if they create have had the situation, suspicious situations towards their partner, so they are think, sometimes they tend to think the partner is having another sexual relationships with other women, and he is a flirty man, he is having all sort of relationships all over the places where he go, kind of that. ඒ thought එකත් එක්ක සමහරලාට they tend to have arousal problems, desire problems towards their partner, right? And also guilty feeling that I might not be able to give enough satisfaction for the partner, and he will be really dissatisfied with about myself, and he really will be not happy with myself. And ඒ වගේ කෙනෙක් guilty feeling එකත් එක්ක. Sometimes the guilty feeling might occur with the comments that are given. ඒකත් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? So traumatic incidents such as sexual abuses or some kind of sexual um, harassments what the person had gone through could be within this relationship, or could be in the previous relationships, or something that they overheard or watched, also could be a reason. And another reason is a hormonal causes, right? Yeah, so this could be happen, right, including menopause and birth controlling pills, and the pregnancy also in some contraceptual methods also could be affected with this, and the pregnancy also, during the pregnancy and also after pregnancy. So also a problem with that, we do say postpartum stress disorder. If the partner had gone through the postpartum stress disorder, so then also like even after a birth of the baby, the partner has some lacking with the problem with engaging in sexual activities. So that could be related with the postpartum stress disorder, right? Yes, even the menopause කියලා කියන්නේ, it's a time in a woman's life, like when her period stops, menstruation cycle is stopped. So basically like 45 වගේ වෙද්දී, most often after age 45, 46, before 50 වගේ වෙද්දී ඔක stop වෙනවානේ. එතකොටත් like they don't have, because why? They are lacking with estrogen, progesterone, estrogen කියන hormones, like they are lacking with such things. So like so I mean the once it stops, the woman's ovaries stop this producing the hormones of estrogen and progesterone. So it's being a reason for having the sexual desires, lacking with interest in, right? Any questions related to this? Do y'all have any doubts? Yes. Okay. So then,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yeah.
This hormonal causes is it can be caused because of the uses of drugs,
Sorry.
alcohol, or
Yeah.
the hormonal causes can be caused because of using
You mean
alcohol
these
or drugs.
disorders, the desire disorders and arousal?
Yes.
Yeah. Could be. Right? So as I explained, for the desire matters also, the drugs, alcohol and smoke definitely affect for the sexual function. It could create a sexual desire problems, it could create a sexual arousal problem, because everything in a sex clinic are always dealing with amygdala. So once we engage in sex, it's being pleasure. So then the amygdala increases the hormone. So when the amygdala increases the dopamine, give them a say and controlling this pleasure, so then it gives a message for the dopamine. So receptors in the dopamine is being increased. එතකොට amygdala එක අපි stimulate වෙන්න ඕනේ. So if the amygdala is stimulated more with alcohol and drugs and smoke, tobacco rather than sex, so then amygdala doesn't stimulate much. It doesn't, it's neutral for the amygdala. එතකොට අපේ dopamine කියන hormone එක වැඩි වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Then we don't engage it. So then what happened? Like we don't have any interest. Then අපිට think about like I really like paint. I like painting things. But if somebody come and ask you, okay, come we plant this rose and made a flower bed කියලා මං ආස නැත්නම් I don't have any interest in it. මට කෑ ගන්න හින්දා මම යනවා. කතා කරන හින්දා මම යනවා. But if somebody asks me to go for art exhibition or do some paintings I really like, so then I commit myself and do all sort of things. ඒ මම කැමති දේ තමයි මම කරන්නේ. ඒකට දැන් අර sex වලට වඩා alcohol ගත්තාම amygdala එක stimulate වෙලා dopamine secrete වෙනවා නම්, so then I don't mind. I like the highest point. So highest point is given from the alcohol. So then what happened? It leads to the sexual desires. ඒකට effort එකක් මම දරන්නේ. But if my sex කියන එක, if it is stimulated my amygdala a lot, so then I really like it. Then nymphomania කියන මිනිස්සුන් අය ඒ තත්ත්ව condition එකේ disorder එකේ ඉන්න අය, why they really like? Because they are the amygdala is being secreted a lot and the level of dopamine is released a lot. So our body really look for that. Is it clear, Asa?
Yes, miss. Thank you.
So when it comes with treatments, yes, like we do the hormonal imbalances definitely. So then the medication treatments are given for secretes the hormones. And other than that, if there are very then reject karanda, what are the reasons to avoid karanda, what are the reasons? So then if there are some kind of irrational thoughts or irrational feelings or some kind of traumatic incidents happen and the person is being under stress, so then definitely we'll go for a counseling. I mean the psychological treatments with CBT, REBT, එකම තමයි, same thing is being allocated. So the family counseling is given, and so if we think like group counseling is needed, so then the counselor decided to have group counseling, couple counseling. And if there are some kind of abuse වෙලා කියලා, so then the gestalt therapy, we can use the gestalt counseling like chair technique. Yeah, a kind of those things can be applied. Okay. Hope Binath got a clear answer. Okay. If you are not with the given answer, please ask. පාරක් කිව්වා කියලා සද්ද නැතුව ඉන්න එපා. Okay, the next one is orgasmic disorder. So orgasmic disorder, in a sense, this is with this also fairly common among women, and it's common among women, and it doesn't mean like it doesn't happen among men happening, but it's very common among women, right? Under the orgasmic disorder, female orgasmic disorder. The female orgasmic disorder, in a sense, so these women, they will sometimes rarely or never be able to reach with orgasm, right? So even when she is sexually aroused, she is having feelings, she is being sexually aroused, but aroused in a sense, she is getting all sort of feelings and coming to a climax also, reach to the climax, but orgasm is not happening, right? Climax is not happening in a proper way, it's not ending up. And so these symptoms, if there is all sort of symptoms which I talk about, if those symptoms are long lasting over 6 or 7, 8 months, so then it's considering as a disorder, right? So then obviously she's getting distress, but it's a problem. Other partner is getting orgasm and the ejaculation, but so I don't have it. So why I don't have it? It's a problem. And also, like, it's a very stressful situation, and also there would be problems in the relationships also. Yeah. Right, but some people, like, they believe it like the orgasm difficulties are not exclusively caused by another medical conditions or medication කියලා. It's not like that. So sometimes we do say, there could be happen දැන් අපි හිතනවා නම් දැන් if you are taking medicine for kidney failures, ඒතර ඒකට ගොඩක් වෙලාට kidney failure එකක kidney is dependent on the hormones නේ, because kidney එකේ තියෙන renin, kidney is a one gland, right? So renin කියන hormone එක secrete කරන්නේ kidney එකේ. So then it's a one part of the endocrine system. So when the kidney is not happening, the renin hormone also not related properly. So renin another gland for the, so renin also secreting some kind of hormones. So then once the kidney is not functioning, so it could affect for the hormonal system, endocrine system. They are having, mostly kidney people, kidney failure people, they are having problem with sexual desire, sexual engagement kind of that. So then the medication, when the given medication with the kidney failures and liver failures, and especially other cancer patients, so it could happen, but there is we can't exactly say this is the reason, but mainly for the orgasm is the, like, there could be a hormonal changes also, just for a I mean the hormone, whatever the secreted hormone, progesterone and the estrogen is not enough to maintain that, maintain it up to the climax. It's not enough, so then medication is needed to be given. And also there could be a psychological problem, like, even I do the, would I be able to satisfy the person? So would I be able to satisfy myself? Or irrational thoughts, it could happen. And the other one is, like, if the thyroid problems, the person is having arthritis and the thyroid problems and asthma, like, it could affect with this one. Thyroid like, when the person is having severe thyroid, hypothyroxine, so then the person is very, very rigid, and also very, very excited within the body, and easily gets annoyed kind of that. So like the person is might find difficult to make herself satisfied and happy. And hypothyroid in a sense, like lacking with thyroid, so easily gets tired. So it's very difficult for them to satisfy. They easily get tired and they easily get weakened. එහෙම වුණාම මගදීම අතහැරලා දානවා. They just give up it and they don't have energy. අතහරිනවා කියලා කියන්නේ not purposefully, but they don't have energy to continue that. So ඒවත් එක්කත් it could be happen. Right. Yes, all the other environmental factors also I have given the psychological reasons what I explained. And the hormonal things, right? Yeah. Yes, so just keep remember, like for all the sexual things, this thyroid problem, pressure, diabetic, kidney failures, liver failures, cancer, and blood pressure, high blood pressure, and also the psychological illnesses, kind of anxiety, depression, stress, and mood disorders, panic disorders, those who are being a reason for these problems. Right? It's a common reason. Over හැම එකටම මේක ගොඩක් වෙලාවට it's been impact. And the other thing is past experiences. ඔකත් එක්කම past experiences මේ හැම දෙයකම බලපානවා. If there is a sexual abuse, if they have sexually abused or any sexual harassments or negative relationship experiences, irrational thoughts towards themselves and the partner or the world or the gender, male or female. So all sort of things are being reason for having such things. And the time duration is the more than 6 or 7 months වගේ නම්, so then it goes as disorder, right? Right. Any questions so far? Any doubts before go to erectile dysfunction? Okay. So the erectile dysfunction, impotence, right? Erectile dysfunction in a sense, like they find difficult or the inability to keep the erection firm enough for sex, right? So the penis erection, they find difficult to hold it. Just sometimes their erection period is just for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or just for just few minutes, not even 5 minutes sometimes. So the erection is happened and then the ejaculation is happened and it's done, right? So also they even sometimes they are having, this is with only for the men, so even they have the desire and they are having the arousal, they have all the feelings, but they find difficult to get the penis erection and also just keep it on the time. Sometimes the time period for having the penis erection is very long. So then once the person is getting this erection, the partner is totally exhausted, right? So then also like no happiness and no satisfaction about this, and then the partner might ended up with the desire disorder, because like just to avoid that the exhaustedness and just to avoid that unpleasant situation, so then like she within herself she might ignore or avoid this person and avoid the sexual engagement with this particular person, right? So then their partner බලපෑම එනවා. So this that happened because of this partner, whatever the bad experiences, negative experiences had within this partner, right? Yeah. So for this erectile dysfunction එකට could be the reason, the stress could be a reason, and also the self-confidence. If they are having, if they don't have very good self-confidence towards themselves, very good self-esteem, and also if they are not confident with the partner එකත් වෙනවා. So if they are not happy with the partner, and also I mean like there could not be a problem with the partner, but if you have some problems or some suspiciousness towards the partner or irrational thoughts towards the partner, sometimes it could be related with the partner's behavior, partner's lifestyle, partner's body image, or partner's fragrance, I mean the smell, or her attitudes, kind of that. If you have some negative feelings or thoughts with the towards the partner, also a reason for this one. It also could be a reason to develop the persons up to this stage for the erectile dysfunction, right? And also like related to yourself. If you have some kind of, if you are failure with your previous relationships, sexual relationships, if you have experienced that if you couldn't give enough satisfaction to your partner in your previous relationships or marriages or whatever, so then you are having some kind of a low self-esteem towards within yourself, like I'm not a very good I'm not a very good sexual partner, I can't perform well, like that එකත් එක්ක. So then this erectile dysfunction could happen. Yeah, so there is a yes, so rather than that, the hormonal problem also there, right? When the person is lacking with hormonal hormones, and if there are hormonal imbalances, could be a reason for this as well. And yes, and another risk factor is we need to go for treatments for this, because like it could be a risk factor for heart diseases. Because why we do say there is a risk factor for heart diseases, for this erectile dysfunction, they are having desires and they are getting arousal also for some extent. Then so only problem is the ejaculation, right? So erection is the only problem. So they are trying their very best to, and they take a long time to get the erection. So එතකොට like they have to use their energy a lot. So once they are using their energy, when they are energized, our palpitation, heart rate is increased, body temperature is increased, our heartbeat is being increased, and the respiratory system functions very fast. Then what happened? There could be a high risk for the heart diseases if this is going to be continued, right? So especially like then 20s nang okay, but when the comes with the 40s 50s වගේ වෙලා 40s වගේ කාලෙදී if this happened, so it could be happened with the age also, right? So then what happened? Then there is a problem or the risk factor for heart diseases, because our body is not ready, or not the body is not find difficult to adopt to that high temperature, high palpitation, and the very fast speedy respiratory function, kind of that, right? So when it comes with the symptoms are they are having trouble of getting the erection and keeping the erection, holding for a certain time. And also with the time, they might reduce the sexual desire also. The problem is, the thing is, they are having the desire, they are getting arousal for some extent, but they have problem with getting to that erection phase. And even though after getting to that erection phase, some they have problem with keeping the erection also. Sometimes they getting to erection phase for after then they started the sexual engagement, and after 5 minutes kind of that they are getting the erection, but the other partner hasn't, the female partner not even haven't even think about it yet. So then the female partner is getting dissatisfaction because this person getting the erection and it's over, and then the partner is getting unhappy and dissatisfaction about that. Ekath ekkama once the man is seeing that the woman is not satisfied, he also getting guilty feeling and low self-esteem and very worried to feeling towards himself, why I couldn't do this. If the partner complained verbally or non-verbally, it also getting affected to this person. Right? The other one is, even though they are getting erection, that time period is very short time period. So those are the symptoms of erection problem. And the other one is male anorgasmia, and it is telling Collins syndrome කියලා කියනවා. Right? So this is basically with man, I mean the male, it's with the man, right? Male anorgasmia is inability of a man to have orgasm even after sufficient sexual stimulation. Right? So it could be like that male agonismia කියලා කිව්වට, like it could affect for the both sexes also, but mainly with the man. So the difference of this is like he has like the desire, right? He or she, they have the desire, but the thing is like even though they have desire and interesting kind of that, even after the sufficient sexual stimulations, they have inability to have the orgasm. That is the thing. They are having that. They want to engage in sex, but they find difficult to give the satisfaction for themselves as well as for the partner. Right? So it is not then when it comes with the ejaculation or the erection, erectile, so this condition should not be the with the not be tally with the erectile dysfunction. They are having the erectile dysfunction also, but sometimes they might get late to have the erectile dysfunction. Sorry, make a erectile function, but like the whatever the things at the beginning, right, they are lacking with. After starting and after engaging the sexual activities, they gain that erection and coming to some certain level of satisfaction, but fall into that starting, that is the problem with them. And the main problem is the, even if they are given enough sufficient sexual stimulation by the partner, they don't get that orgasm, they don't get that desire well. Right? ඒක තමයි එතන තියෙන මේ difference එක අනිත් ඒවත් එක්ක. Is that clear for you all, that difference? They are having low libido. I mean the sexual desire එක very low. Is it clear? Or any questions? So this could be a result of sexual activities, I mean physical sensations or arousal, what they had, and also multiple hormonal changes, and sometimes like the past experience also could be a reason for that. Right? Have you all got it clearly, the difference in between the desires, arousals, and this one? What about the others? Because this is little bit of complicated. එක වගේ ඔක්කොම ටික.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can you explain it again?
Sorry.
Can you please explain it again?
Yes, sure. Okay. So this one, then desire people, they don't have the interest in, right? Arousal people, they have the interesting, but the arousal is sometimes their inability to make the arousal, and sometimes it's very late. Orgasm people, they are having interesting also, sometimes a little bit of interest එකක් තියෙනවා, but orgasm is not happening, climax is not happening. The erection ejaculation is the same. Among the orgasm is among the female, and the erection problem is male, so they are having that problem. Penis erection, erectile is not happening. Sometimes they find difficult to inability to keep it, hold it for a longer time, or come into the erections, right? But when it comes with this one, Cohen syndrome or the male anorgasmia, so they are having the desire problem, inability of a man to have an orgasm. That is the thing, right? So for the man's problem, so they are having the inability of a man to have orgasm. So why the orgasm is the inability to have the orgasm? Because they are not getting sexually stimulation even after the sufficient. They are not getting sexual arousal even after giving the sufficient sexual stimulation. The partner is giving, partner is having that, but they don't getting more time. They are not motivated. They are not getting the stimulation from those things. They are just being neutral. So it's very hard for them to get the sexual interest. The desire problem is there, right? Like the desire disorder. And the other thing is, so this can be called as the whole problem. තුනම එකට තියෙන problem එකක් වගේ. Desire එකක් තියෙනවා, arousal එකක් තියෙනවා, then erection problem also there. So they don't have the desire. They are very, very lacking with that. So even after they started that, also the arousal problem is there. So then even like once they tried hard and get the arousal, the penis erection problem also there. Right? Overall problem එකක් තමයි තියෙන්නේ. So then it could affect for both sexes. Partner is definitely getting affected by this problem. So overall, they are having the low libido. Libido means the sexual desire. So then they are lacking with the sexual desire. And also this could be the reasons with a huge hormonal imbalance එකක්, testosterone එකේ තියෙන huge problem එකක් නිසා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Mainly the hormonal main cause is the hormonal change, hormonal imbalance. And the other one is their past experiences could be, and also they have got some negative thoughts, especially like they don't have enough confidence. They are having severe problems with their personalities. මේ වගේ තියෙන මිනිස්සුන්ගේ හරි personality issues තියෙනවා මේ තියෙන පිරිමියාගේ, because they don't have enough confidence and having low self-esteem. Even like if they like for a partner, so they don't go and propose, and I mean they don't have enough what is it called, enough guts to go and like strength to go and speak to a different sexes and just sometimes they are very very good in their professional lives, of course, yes, but when it comes with personal life and sexual life, they have some kind of irrational thoughts towards themselves. I'm not a good performer, I'm not a good partner, I can't perform well, I won't be able to give enough satisfaction for my partners, kind of that. Right? So that is called Colon syndrome or the male anosmia. How is it? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
What is the treatment for the autism disorder?
Treatments, same treatments. Like for the sexual කියලා ගත්තහම ඔක්කොම treatments තමයි යන්නේ, but the difference when it psychological therapeutic නම් if they have, now we are looking for their history නේ හැම දෙයකම pain disorder මේ ඔක්කොටම I'm telling you all. So then like overall we are looking for, okay, so definitely medication is needed for hormones. අදාළ කරන විදිහට hormones, then with the time period they are looking for the desire විතර නම් the whatever the medications, I'm not, I mean I don't know what are the medications honestly, but so it depends on if it is arousal, then overall නම් then last topic we talk about, it's overall factor එකක් නේ. Then the given medication doses and the brand, whatever the types of medications are different. So then the medication treatment is there. And when the now, so we are looking for any other kind of factors, psychological factors. So then if the person having low self-esteem, low self-confidence and personality issues, then we are referring for them to have such things like අනිවාර්යෙන් CBT කරනවාමයි හැම එකටම CBT, RABT කරනවා. So then if they have some problems with that, they will be sent for the group therapies, group counselings, and if they want to relax. So it depends on the situation. There is no exact therapeutic thing for this කියලා හැම එකක් නැහැ. Clear?
Okay, miss. Thank you.
Okay. So then we'll go for the pain disorder. So last one, pain disorder is genitopelvic pain or the penetration disorder. So this is basically on the female, right? Basically, it's females one, and this is refers to the vaginismus in the DSM-4. But now in the DSM-5 දැන් මේ vaginismus කියන එක තාමත් මේ word එක use කරනවා. But in DSM-5 it is called as genitopelvic pain or penetration disorder, right? So I mentioned that vaginismus එකත්, but this situation is they are getting a severe pain within their organ, right? The vaginal areas, they are getting a severe pain. So then pain sometimes when they are having the severe penetration disorder, female, those who have that, even with just before starting the intercourse, they are getting the pain, and also they just tied their thigh muscles and not spreading the legs, kind of that. But this penetration disorder, they don't have desire disorder, they have interesting, they want to engage in sex, they are getting arousals also sometimes, but the thing is they have excessive fear towards this pain, right? Excessive fear එකක් තියෙනවා. And the other one is now that condition which we talked about, that muscles, the getting muscles harder, a condition because sometimes like hello, can you all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So there we talk about one condition earlier also, endomyosis. So this is one condition. So endomyosis is a condition. So that means they are having harder muscles in the vaginal areas. So the muscles are very hard, but usually the muscles are very soft and smooth and those are sensory areas, high sensory areas. But some people, some women, they don't have that. So their muscles are very hard. It's not highly sensitive, kind of that. So එහෙමයිට, so definitely they are getting pain once the penis is entered. So then they are getting that severe pain. So ඒකත් එක්ක, then with that experience, if we go for the second chance, so then they are getting that, oh my god, last day how I experienced that, I'll getting the same experience this time also කියලා. ඒකත් එක්ක, like before coming to a arousal or before engaging the climax situation, so they are getting that pain. Right? So psychologically pain එකකුත් තියෙනවා, physiologically pain එකකුත් මෙතන තියෙනවා. Some they are getting psychological pain එකක්. So the things that what they overheard, sometimes they say first intercourse is very painful. එහෙම කියලාත් කියනවානේ. ඒත් එහෙම වුණාමත් like they are getting, oh my god, it will be a very big thing and harder thing for me කියලා. So psychological stress එක. දැන් physical stress එකකුත් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. So then other muscles like a mitosis like there are, I'm not sure with that, but there are some surgeries and also like some liquids and gels are there. Doctors are referring such things to apply in those areas before having a sexual intercourse, kind of that, because by applying those sprays and gels and oilments, so then the muscles are getting smoothened. So like that. Yes. So basically that is the penetration disorder. Mainly it's related with the pain. Yeah. So the basic thing is they are just refusing to do the intercourse. Intercourse එක කරන්න දෙන්නේ නැති එක තමයි ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ පළවෙනි කියන්නේ first the symptom of them. So as it's mentioned here also, tightening the vaginal muscles and feeling tense and pain, and also they are having complaining that it is like whole body is burning and I can't do that, they are refusing it, kind of that. And also like so once they are experienced this for several times, automatically like it's a very stressful situation එකක් නේ. So automatically my mind and the body decided to not to have intercourse. So then they are automatically getting desires. So they don't have desire to have intercourse. And also sometimes like with the time, මේවා නම් එන්නේ with the time, right? Voluntarily they avoid the sexual activities, falling asleep and pretend that they are very tired and sleep, kind of that, like that. Also it could be having phobias. It could develop to have phobia or phobia for penis, and also like fear of pain. They don't want to get the pain, kind of thing. No one wants to get the pain. It's natural. So especially with the vaginismus or the penile disorder, we do the CBT and also like do the couple counseling, family counseling, and sexual counseling, and sensation focused therapy. Right, this is very specialized thing for the penetration disorder and also the penis erection disorder. Even with the penis erection one, we do the sensation focused therapy. Write down, note down that. Sorry, I forgot to mention that at that point. Right, erectile dysfunction ekedi also we do the sensation focused therapy. and also parental disorder. And even in the erectile dysfunction and the parental disorder or the vaginismus, we do the sensation focused therapy and the mirror technique. Mirror technique කියලා කියන්නේ like we are they are asked to do the sexual engagements. They can, if they find difficult to do the things on the front of their partner, so then they can they are advised to the masturbations, so they can decide it like whatever the things, do they want to watch a video or something like that, but just only themselves front of the mirror, so then they can see themselves, their changes of the face, how they engage in that activities, kind of that. So of course, like the that one other mirror technique occur, and also the sexual counseling, and also these sensation focused therapy. Okay, ඇත්තටම like they are doing the very expert experienced counselors. නැත්තම් මේ අවුරුද්දක් දෙකක් counseling practice කරලා ඕක කරන්න බෑ. So even I haven't done it. So there are well experienced counselors are there to do all sort of things, because එතනදී හොඳට counseling techniques හොඳට තියෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒ වගේම personality එක counselor ගේ how to engage and how to address all sort of things for the people කියන එක. So they want to have such things, because like sometimes people, clients, or sometimes especially when there comes with addictors, drugs, alcohol and smoke addictors, and ගොඩක් වෙලාට smokers නම් ප්‍රශ්නයකුත් නැහැ, but the drug addictors and those who are having sexual desires with paraphilias, kind of that, we have to be very that experienced expert in the field කියන එක very important at that point, right? So those are the things. Any questions? So we have done with the sexual disorders now.
Hello, Miss.
Yeah.
Miss, you were saying about this sensation focus therapy, right? Is it
Yeah.
sensation?
Sensation.
Miss, can you
Yeah.
tell us something more about this? Because it's like this is the first time I'm hearing about this therapy, because I have heard about other things.
Sensation focused therapy, in a sense, like we do, it's a long process. In the sensation focused therapy, we are just very first, we just introduce the mirror technique I told you all. So now most of the times they are having low self-esteem towards themselves, so then we do address that. Okay, now before it depends on the person. Then සමහර වෙලාවට මම එක session එකක් යන something I experience or something like we whatever the things we discuss. So then එහෙම like sometimes they are having they don't have confidence to even to remove their dress. ඇඳුමක්වත් ගලවන්න confidence එකක් නැහැ. එහෙම කෙනෙකුට like how we can't ask for them to, okay, you go and undress yourself by front of your partner කියලා කියන්න බෑ. So එතකොට තමයි මේ sensation focus therapy and the mirror technique is been applied. So then they are advised to remove their dress one by one front of the mirror. So if they say no, I am uncomfortable to do in the front of the mirror, so then we can take off the mirror and just say, okay, you undress yourself. In the sensation focused therapy, not the partner is doing that, I myself do that, right? So that means like I myself I can't let the other person touch my body in ඒකනේ තියෙන්නේ. So first I have to stimulate myself. ඒක තමයි කරන්නේ. So then removing the dresses, and also then they can watch the videos if they want, and they are putting a very good music. Those who are the sexual counselors and therapists, they have which related with the music, arousal music. So then they are given such things, and also like then they have to they very the next like seeing their organ through the mirror, or they can looking at themselves and then touch them and sense it, and then after that they can do the masturbations kind of that. So then once they not within one day it happens. So then when the client or the partner, or man or female, feels it, no, I can expose to myself for my partner, so then they can start one by one, step by step. So that is how it goes. So I'm a sensation killer can now up a sense go. We are trying to stimulate all the five senses. So hearing, eye ekatama music dane. And the video is given because for the eyes. And the lights are being dimmed and all. And so they can touch themselves by themselves. So that is the sense for the body. And even if they like, now there are, so we do ask if there's any perfume that you really like, or any smell that you like, smell of a soap or anything that you like, so they can keep it in the room. So we are going to stimulate the five senses. ඒකනේ ඔය කියන්නේ sex කියලා කියන්නේ it's processed by the brain and stimulating five senses. ඒකනේ ඔය කරන්නේ. නැතු වෙන දෙයක් නෙවෙයිනේ. ඔය five senses නැත්තම් ඔතන ඒ දෙයක් ඇත්තෙත් නැහැ. So sensation focused therapy king, so we do that, enhance the mental process and also stimulate the five senses of the person. Right?
Okay, Miss, thank you, Miss. Miss, this one is only done for this sexual disorders. This therapy is only done for this
Sensation focused therapy.
disorders, or we can do. Huh?
You mean the sensation focused therapy?
Is it done for? Yeah, Miss, this sensation focus.
Yeah,
therapy, is
only
it
for
done
this.
for
Only for this.
sexual?
Only for this.
Okay.
Because other than that, I don't think. අනිත් ඒවා එහෙම නෙමෙයිනේ. Those are only the stress කිව්වත් it is not going with the five senses නේ. It's just with the thoughts. Depression also with the thoughts. මේ sex කියන එක විතරනේ senses වලට යන්නේ. We feel it, all the sensations kind of that. So this is only with the sexual disorders.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay. How about the others? Any questions?
No, miss.
Okay. So we are done with the sexual disorders. So next time we'll be doing the personality disorders, and the common disorder module is done after that. So I have already sent it. If you don't have, if you all haven't got it, please drop a message or something. Ishana, can you share with that?
Yes, miss.
Annie, yes,
I think I
please.
shared with all three batch.
Just at
like-
least for one of them,
Yeah,
just
miss.
share it with them.
Okay.
Okay, then. Thanks. And if you all don't have any questions, we can wind up the session for today.
Thank you, miss.
Okay, then. So then, yes, we'll meet next Tuesday, and all of y'all stay safe.
Thank you, ma'am.
You too.